Hello everyone, okay, and welcome back to the new module. It's about technology and sleep, the good and the bad. Now I've mentioned a few things that's going to be in this, so bear with it. It's obviously I'm going to be going over it in more detail, so bear with it. You might pick up a few things that you can start implementing. So as everyone knows that, watching your phone or watching TV late at night can disrupt your sleep, but we still do it anyway. But besides the negative ways in which technology can interfere with our sleep, are there ways that we can actually use it to our advantage? Now, of course, there are, right? But let's address the obvious by discussing what the negative effects are on, what negative effects that our phones can actually have on us. So let's talk about the bad. Okay, so blue light is everywhere, and we can't really escape it. Many modern devices use this, and it's to do with the LED backlight technology that's used, and this is used to increase the brightness and clarity of the image. So, like these LEDs produce powerful blue light waves, and the products that utilize this technology are televisions, etc., mobile phones, and yeah, just obviously name a few there. Like we are gradually becoming more exposed, and this is happening more and more. And and it's not even that. We're actually being exposed to it for longer periods of time, which is concerning. So but saying that, like blue light isn't all evil. It has some many positive effects, which we will go into a little bit later. But but exposing yourself to it for long periods of time, too much really, it can be detrimental to your health. Social media is also a big part of why phones aren't good for your sleep quality, and people are addicted to social media. I've had to home in my own use as well, and it can actually bring on signs of anxiety, depression, fear of missing out, and yeah, amongst other things. Anxiety and depression have been both shown to cause major sleep problems in itself, and people with greater FOMO, which is fear of missing out, tend to check social media within 15 minutes of trying to fall asleep, which again worsens the problem even more. But let's talk about the good aspect. Let's move on a little bit. Hopefully you're enjoying my presentation skills here. Guys, hope we're enjoying the pictures and the videos. So how you got to ask yourself the question, how can you use technology to help actually improve your sleep quality? Because we're going to need to use the technology, there's no way about it. Thankfully, as more and more people start understanding the importance of sleep, which you certainly will after working with me, because that's because I talk about it a lot. The demand and supply of sleep-friendly tech is rising. We have wearable sleep trackers, which are obvious. The obvious first thing when it comes to mind when we're looking at technology. They measure many parameters like total sleep time. They measure the quality of your sleep, phases of sleep, heart rate, HRV, and more. But of course, the actual parameters depend on the brand and the kind of device you're using. So keep in mind that many mainstream sleep trackers aren't that accurate though, when it comes to their readings compared to medical grade monitors. So I'll definitely look out for ones like that. I'll have a little look, see ones we could start recommending for you. Next on our list is blue light blocking glasses or filters on the screens. I use blue light glasses myself. It's really helped me, even just for my own. I used to get migraines from them. It's helped me massively. So the name pretty much explains their function, which is to block out blue light entering our eyes. Although there isn't much evidence backing up the use of these methods But you know, people do like recommend them, and I certainly recommend them. And you'll hear the little man maybe crying in the background. Apologies for that. That's part of the parcel. So yeah, as I mentioned there, the blue light classes does help again, just keep that circadian rhythm in sync. And yeah, like it is important. It's like they're an excellent way to help to awaken and restore this circadian rhythm in the morning. So you know, I would certainly give them a try. And if you cannot get outside, expose yourself to some sunshine. Like you may wish to invest in blue emitting glasses alongside just getting out. Just go out for a walk. It's really important. And studies have revealed that getting enough bright light during the day, again, increases sleep quality. And you have an air purifier. So, you know, according to the National Sleep Foundation, between 20% and 50% of, you know, Americans ourselves. I get quite a lot of stats from the States, because obviously I'm in the UK, and I like to, you know, obviously I want to be getting figures from a bigger population. If you want UK stats, that's fine, just let me know and I can get that for you. But you know, 20 to 50% experience allergy symptoms that can impair sleep quality. So yes, certainly get an air purifier. A good quality air purifier will help remove 99.97% of airborne particles in the air, which is, you know, this is good to remove any pollutants or allergens in the air. And it can also reduce odours as well, which can lead to better sleep. And you know, white noise is also a factor when talking about air purifiers. You know, you have that, and again, it can help better block out external and ambient noises. You know, and this is going off a bit of topic. We've actually got not I'm asking you to do this, but obviously the little man he's in the room as we sleep, and we've got a mini fridge, and that emits obviously a noise when it's functioning. It helps him sleep and it helps me sleep, so it's really interesting. I'm a big believer in white noise, so I would give that a go as well. But you know, if you're struggling and you need quiet, well, just that's what to stick with. And you know, it can assist you, as I say, it can assist you falling asleep, staying asleep, and perhaps even training your brain to recognise when it's time to sleep as well. I think that's a big factor. You know, when I hear that noise, it sends a signal in my brain, okay, this is time to start winding down. You have EEG headsets. You know, I'm not a big fan personally, but I thought I'd bring this to you. You can get ones that's wearable. Basically, monitor method it's a monitor method where it records your brain activity. Non-invasive. You can get non-invasive ones which are positioned along the scalp by wearing EEG headsets. That's if you really want to go into it a little bit more detail, but I don't think you would fancy wearing one of these, but you know, hats off to you if you want to learn a little bit more about your actual sleep. Then we have, again, the meditation. You'll hear me talking about this a lot, and breathing apps. Since we all have hundreds of apps on our phones, like why not install a few that help us sleep? You know, it makes sense. We have white noise apps, which are designed to provide various white noises. Maybe to cancel out. Maybe you live near a road, like a busy road, and this may help block out some of the sound, and it allows this association of your brain that this is sleeping time. You have relaxation sounds. There's a whole bunch of apps offering free nature audio clips and music that will help you relax as well. You have meditation apps, since meditation alleviates stress and calms you down. Meditating right before sleep, it's a really good idea, and it allows this perfect opportunity to help you wind down. There's a lot of them that's free there as well. Okay, yeah, so you have white noise apps, relaxing sounds, meditation apps, and you have even breathing exercise applications there as well. Yeah, these are similar to the meditation apps, and they're made to just to help you calm down, tap into that parasympathetic system. Then you have apps that track sleep, and although, you know, not nearly as reliable as EEG headsets, but you know, I think they're less invasive, to be honest, and it might be worth giving them a little try. Okay, so let's move on. Things to consider. And there are cons when it comes to being too involved in optimizing your sleep. You know, first of all, a lot of people tend to overanalyze everything, and making them, again, it does the opposite. It can actually make you feel more stressed about the sole act of sleeping, and then indirectly it decreases your quality of sleep. So it's this obsessive thing to fix it. So it's this perfectionism behaviour trait that we need to start. If you have got that, to be honest, and I'm being transparent here, I was had this massive personality trait where I just seeked for perfectionism, and I think that was just something that was ingrained in me going to school. And you know, everything needs to be perfect. You need to be the best that you can be. So just be wary of that. Give yourself a break. You know, give yourself a break. Everything's fine. Everything's going to be okay. You're doing everything you can, and you're doing this program. You're learning. You're improving. You're becoming a better version of who you are. A better version of you compared to yesterday. That's all you need to do. So just give yourself a break, and you know, don't seek this perfection where you need to master everything. Everything needs to be 100%. If you're improving things, that is the best goal we can actually ask for. Okay, so yeah, some of these devices, you know, if you do get a great night's sleep, it may say, for example, you only had 60 out of 100 scores of sleep. So just be wary of this. You know, just don't be, if that says 60 or 100, it might actually look bad, but it might be good for you. So bear that in mind. So, and just obviously keep progressing. Just because the tracker says you should be having, says that you would have had a bad sleep, doesn't really mean it's, you know, it's bad for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Kind of blabbing there a little bit. You know, and some of these things are algorithms and they're not 100% accurate to you, so just bear that in mind. So I want you just to process this. Just because your tracker says you should be having a bad, you should be having a bad day because of a last night's sleep. It's not really, you know, it's not really 100% accurate. So just watch out for these you know, devices. Moving on. Yeah, you know, algorithms can make mistakes there as well. It's not specific to you. So don't over stress about sleep. And just listen to your body. That's the best tracker there as well. Personally, I don't use any of the EEG headsets or anything like that. And I've tried listen to relaxing sounds, but it didn't really help me wind down. I've got my own routine that's specific to me, and it's took me a while to figure that out. But you know, learning all these things and testing them has allowed me to figure that out. So it's a process, and obviously I'm 100% behind you, and I'm there to guide you to find out what your strategy is. You know, that's what it's all about. Okay, so we'll be looking at other things in terms of sleep, and the question would be, should you use sleep medication? See you there, guys.